Yeah, listen, let's talk about that because I think cardio is an interesting fact. I got out of prison in February of 2008, and strictly cardio speaking, I was in the shape of my life. I started ripping off 7 miles in the morning. I'd go to jujitsu classes and boxing classes during the day, and then at night maybe I'd go to yoga. And by then I admit I was really tired, but as far as my heart goes, I was in really, really good shape because I was doing nothing but strength and conditioning for the previous 7 years in prison. But fighting shape and strictly cardio shape are slightly different, right? It's about getting comfortable with whatever fight you're doing. I've been doing stand up so long. I mean, I don't want to test this, right? Because I'm so old, I don't even really hard spar anymore. But like, it got to the point when I was in my mid 40s, like, I didn't really have to be in shape. I could be fat, and maybe my output wasn't as good, but I knew enough technique where no matter what you were doing, you weren't going to get me tired, right? So no matter what you did, you spazzed out, you were in great cardio shape, you went really fast, I could sit in my guard and deal with whatever you wanted to do. So I guess what I'm saying is striking was no longer cardio difficult for me. At the same time, by the time I was like that again, I couldn't whip out 7 miles in the morning, go to BJJ, then go to yoga at night. Like, my cardio wasn't there anymore. So cardio is both comfort, right, with the situation, and it is also your resting heart rate or whatever you're able to build that up to in whatever manner you do that. It's one of the reasons I really believe in the hard sparring. The hard sparring makes you comfortable in a fight, right, and it gives you cardio at the same time. So it's kind of like a two for a lot of guys. If they light spar, then they suddenly are hard sparring, they get hit, they panic, and all their cardio goes out their window. They may have great like resting heart rate or whatever, but it's gone because they're panicking because now they're hurt and they don't know what to do. Davashili's cardio, I guarantee you, is based around his grappling, right? He's so comfortable in it. No matter what he does, he doesn't get tired. And even if he's in a bad position, he knows how to wait until he can get out to a good position. I have a hard time with that in grappling. I'm not a grappling expert by any means. I'm pretty good at takedowns, but everything else I'm not really great at. If I get on top of you, sometimes I can keep you down there. But anyway, the point is, technical expertise and actual cardio, your heart conditioning go together to determine how good you are at that. I will give you an example of something funny. When I was taking karate as a kid, they used to make fun of us because on every move we'd breathe. Right? We'd exhale, right? And that was something to make fun of. And nobody else did that. Even boxers, if they did it, they didn't talk about it. It wasn't part of the technique. I'll tell you this, everybody breathes on technique now. Why? Because if you're exhaling, you're going to inhale. So that means your cardio isn't going to be depleted by holding your breath. And it's funny to me that karate technique that people made fun of is now ubiquitous in combat sports and no one talks about it. But yeah, man, cardio is a multiple things. It's comfort, it's breathing, and it is your heart conditioning. There it is. Everybody read my book, Warrior of the Light.